to reveal more of the mysteries of the universe.
On the surface, it's exactly what it says, which is Black Girls Code. They're learning how to code web pages and code programs for robots. So it's that in a literal sense. But figuratively, I think it's a way that we move forward into the future with how we do things, how we innovate, how we bring our essence back to dominant culture. Because right now, our narrative is kind of left out of the story. Just to say the word Black girls is revolutionary in and of itself. So for Kimberly to step out to open up that particular industry to girls at such a young age, I mean, the sky is the limit for what they can bring to society as a whole. So it's very innovative.
The mind is the most powerful machine that we possess as human beings. I founded Black Girls Code because I noticed there was a huge need in terms of girls of color and introducing them to computer programming and technology. We're feeding the mind of the next generation.
So far, we went to IMBN. We made the robot that we had to program, but we had to debug it, and that was hard.
The robot really is a piece of equipment that humans program. So the question is, do you want to play a role in the future in terms of technology?
The lack of people of color in the technology field, a lot of it stems from education. We see an underrepresentation in that area from all minorities, ethnic backgrounds, and also people of color. And I think it's a tremendous program in how it reaches out to young girls and introduces them very early to the concept of new technology.
This is Silicon Valley. This is like the center of technology. So when the girls go to those organizations, to those companies, to do hands-on activities, that's how all education should be.
But just to see them flourish and grow in self-confidence and their sense of self, their identity, that's all part of the elements that we try to build into our program.
It shapes their soul and their self-esteem and their self-worth by saying, look, this is what I did. So you can see their little spirits changing and empowerment.
Black Girls Code can help little girls. If we have a Black Girls Code, when we grow up, we might become people in technology.
So who is excited after seeing that video? Who's excited about Black Girls Code? Definitely how I got involved with Black Girls Code. I seen a presentation presented by Kimberly at a Hub Oakland event. And I felt like I was one of those girls. I'm one of the first to graduate middle school in my family. We didn't have technology. What if not? We lived in really a poverty community. The dropout rate of our high school was 75%. So we really didn't know about graduating high school. I was first to graduate middle school in my family, go to college, and I felt where I'm at today is because of technology. And that's why I wanted to be in Silicon Valley, so I could use technology and really empower girls, empower individuals, and kind of help them not think just because they weren't born into a place where they might have those resources, that they could still do what they want to and they could still dream. So when we work with our volunteers, we're looking for very passionate people. Sometimes you're going to meet a child who never knew what it meant to dream. So you have to give her that desire and that hope. So I definitely hope you feel inspired by our video. I want to introduce Kimberly Bryant. She is the founder of this amazing organization that you see, and go on with our keynote presentation. Please.
Okay, so good evening, everyone.
This is really not a keynote presentation, guys. It's not that at all, because I just like literally came from the workhouse. So that is not what it's all about. And that, and I know you guys probably came straight from work as well. We have just been incredibly busy over the last year and a half, building Black Girls Code and traveling from city, literally to city to city to city. And we have not been back home in the Bay Area for probably almost 6 months. And so we really felt like we wanted to come back home. So the purpose of these meet and greets is just to gather folks in the Bay Area in our home, what we consider our home, and build a team that can keep the momentum going, because parents are literally calling us on the phone, emailing us on the phone every time an event goes out for Atlanta. That's probably our busiest chapter right now. Like, oh, we see you're in Atlanta, but you need to be in the Bay Area. When are you going to come back in this class in Oakland? And so that is just my whole hope and dream for these meetups, the one that we have this week and the one that we have, the one that we have next week, is to build a core team in San Francisco that can keep our classes going and keep it moving while we're in Miami or while we are in New Orleans. So some of these new cities like Memphis that are pinging us, we're here and there. So like we really traveled a lot last year, and it's just starting, and it will probably be twice as rough on us from a travel schedule to go every place this year. So we need a team here in the Bay Area to kind of keep it going. So I guess my question to you, I would just throw it out to the audience, to someone to answer, why are you here today? So anybody want to answer? Why are you here today? What brings you here today? You got a smile on your face. I'll call you.
You smile on point there. I'm here to see how I can lend a helping hand.
I like that. Anybody else? Why are you here today? Tonight. Okay. No, it's over here. No,
Okay. I'm a computer science teacher. I teach middle school students, and I was a benefactor of a program like this when I grew up, and just really want to be involved and look for ways that I can teach classes and help out.
Great. Anybody else? Yes.
I'm here because I have a resource that I want to offer to Black Girls Code. I have a video role modeling website, careergirls.org. We have about 3,600 video clips. We have 150 diverse role models, a lot of them working in the STEM professions. And our videos are free, non-commercial. You can use them any way you see fit, with volunteers, with parents, with girls. So I just wanted to meet you, congratulate you. I love what you're doing, and any way that we can be a resource to you, I want to.
Fantastic. Anybody? I saw you do that. So we can come back to you.
Well, I've had 2 separate friends tell me about this. I just moved out here a couple of years ago, and so I just wanted to find out what it's about and see if I could help.
Great. Yes.
I've heard nothing but great things about the organization, so we have a lot of people in common.
Okay.
And also we share similar demographics, so I was hoping that some of our title.
Yes.
Yes. So I was hoping that certainly some of the children and parents that we serve can benefit from what you do as well. So no need to reinvent the wheel.
Fantastic. Anybody else? Yes.
I just moved back to the Bay Area after like 8 years, and I was really nervous about it for a lot of reasons. I live in the East Bay, and someone told me about this organization. It made me really excited because I felt like, especially in the East Bay, we get left out, and Black kids really get left out of this conversation. And someone who's been working in tech industries for a couple of years, you really don't see a lot of peers. So it just made me really excited when I heard about it, and I've got 8 months to kill, so I wanted to lend my time.
Great. So I'm just happy that everyone is here, because we really, seriously, we need the help. One of the things, maybe, I don't know if this one shows it, but this just shows you some of the places we went last year. I'm going to click through the video because you guys already saw that. Let's see if I can click through. This was Oakland. This is some of the classes we did in Oakland. We went to Chicago. We went to, let's
see. Atlanta is actually right now, well, it was our biggest city, and now Memphis, Tennessee, of all places that you probably wouldn't think of being a tech hub, is quickly outpacing Atlanta. But an Atlanta chapter is what we really start to model our chapter model after. And they generally have about 80 girls in every single class, no matter what it is. Robotics, mobile app, web making, whatever they do, we are getting an average of about 80 students in each of those classes. And we just have a really fantastic team there as well. But to be honest, what we're seeing now is that Memphis is starting to outpace them. We're doing our lunch in Memphis on Saturday. We started to launch with our Build a Web Page class, which is, our signature class that we do, and we sold that out in about maybe a week and a half, and we had about 100 parents on the waiting list. So it was like, oh, this is not good. It's good, but it's not good because the parents are not happy. So we put another class on the calendar for 3 weeks later, and we sold that class out in about 7 days.